And I thought comparing Kawhi and MJ was weird when they were doing it. Yeah, and I think once again it goes back to him palming the basketball the way that Jordan used to do. And you look at their games, I'm trying to think. Like, give me a reason or why it's a bad comparison, I guess. If you disagree with that comparison with Kawhi Leonard and Jordan, outside of the obvious reasons that MJ got 6 rings and is regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, and Kawhi Leonard is still a relatively young basketball player, outside of that obvious thing, why do you think that the comparison of Kawhi and Jordan and their skill sets and the way they play the game and kind of like their mannerisms, why do you think that it's a bad comparison? I'm willing to listen to that too. From Kicking It with Kesey, man, I thought I was going to have to strip your colors off, Fruaquan, like a fake frat dude. I don't know what he's talking about. From Big Apple, bastard, y'all. Your ass rocking black sheep in my neighborhood. Your ass getting jumped. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know anything about your neighborhood, nor do I care anything about your neighborhood, Big Apple bastard. From Al Land Defender Thompson, man, Native Tongue was it in 91. Oh, yeah. From Fuquan Shabazz X Squad. What up, Fuquan Shabazz? Oh, so this is a new name. This is a new guy in the chat room. Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show chat room, Fuquan. He just said, laugh out loud, Big Apple bastard. Maybe they're cousins or something like that. I don't know. From D-Bell, NL, Heyo Ninjas. Doug, you are correct. Had the party jump and ask your cousin John Rivers about parties at Squirrels or Owens on Virginia Tech's campus. Yes, sir. Talking about the Black Sheep song. Oh, my God. Engine, engine. Everybody started, like, bending down, getting lower. And when the New York Transit line, if that train got, get it out, kick it out, kick it out. Back from the city, Krispy Kreme. Oh, man. Yeah. For my South Carolina State people listening to the show, in 91 when that song came on at the fairgrounds, that's kind of like the big spot that the big parties used to happen at in Little Orangeburg, South Carolina, was the fairgrounds, like the little pavilion or whatever, and they used to rent it out and make some money, and like every weekend there was a party at the fairgrounds, and it was just an open space, fairgrounds. And, man, I can see right now at the fairgrounds in 91, like at the end of the night, when they wanted to get the party going, like nowadays they'll play the Cupid Shuffle or an electric slide to get the party started. Right. That's what they'll do now to get the party going. But back in 1991, they played that Black Sheep, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what they did back in 1991. Big Apple Bastard, Tribe Called Quest, Brand Nubians, Gangstar was in my boombox in 91. Yeah, Native Tongues, all Native Tongues. So in 1991, for people that are listening, there was this real kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for, man? It was kind of like this back to nature, holistic type feel to some of the music and some of the things that were going on. So I think back in 91, that's when people were wearing the African medallions. You remember that? You remember the African, like the leather African medallions, instead of jewelry and gold or whatever. There was this push towards getting back to your roots, I guess is probably the best way to put it. And at the forefront of that were Brand Nubians, Tribe Called Quest, groups like that, and they called it Native Tongues. And so it was kind of like this. It was kind of like this cool vibe of getting back to roots, Africa. Cats weren't wearing dashikis like the 60s or something like that, from what I can remember. But it was this kind of, Black Power type, back to Africa type sentiment in the early 90s, late 80s. It was. And once again, Brand Nubians and X-Clan, all of those groups like that, man, back in the early 90s. Great era of music. From Al, Land defended Thompson. Doug had on sensible shoes and khakis. Oh, no. Nah. Back in 91, what we were wearing back in 91, we were wearing baggy, like, slacks or baggy jeans. The shoes we were wearing back in 91, like 90, 91, we were wearing, when I first got to South Carolina State, this was probably a couple of years earlier. So in 1989, once again, during this whole era of Back to Africa, Black Pride, and Soul Power and all of that stuff, once again, not like the 1960s or anything like that, but we were wearing, you remember those patent leather, like, stacked shoes? And they had, some of them had like a little silver tip on the front of them or whatever. The rayon shirts, you know, that's when Kwame and the polka dots was going down or whatever, man. So the rayon shirts, you go to either like Fines or Merry-Go-Round and that type of stuff. That's what I was wearing back in 1991. Shut up. Yes, the average ninja back in 1989 and 1991 got all of his clothes from Merry-Go-Round, Fines. There was a couple other stores in the mall too, you know. And you wore kind of like a patent leather belt with a little silver tip in the front. The patent leather shoes, shiny black shoes, had a little silver tip in the front. Some of them were stacked, you know. Go back. Here's what you do. If you want to see how we were dressing in 1991, go back and look at that Kwame video, Only You. Go back and look at that Kwame video, Only You. And I think it was spelled OWNYLUEEE or something like that. Go back and look at the Kwame video, Only You, and that was during like 1989-90. The way that they dressed in that video is the way that we were dressed in at South Carolina State in 1989 to 1991. Yeah. Fines. Yeah, Fines Men's Store from Redland Kirk. Tiffany, laugh out loud. Short dudes was in style. You cut to the white meat. Damn, laugh out loud. Who is she talking about? Tiffany, here she goes right here. Tiffany Speedy in heels. You ain't speedy, girl. For the record, once again, if you didn't hear me yesterday, the race between me and Tiffany is off. She says 1991, when ninjas used to dance in the club and go home sweaty as hell. That's what I said earlier. These kids, they don't dance anymore, at least the time that I was in the club a couple years ago, and the young people were in there when I realized I was the old man in the club, and that's the last time I ever went into a club like that. They weren't dancing. Great music, but they weren't dancing. They were too cool to dance. Jam from Snellville. Game-wise, MGA had a 50-inch vertical. He played with passion never seen before. When it was time to deliver, he did, and finally he was an a-hole and a bully. Kawhi jump shot is very limited. He's taken full advantage of the San Antonio offense, put him on a sucky team, and they would suck not as much as he seemed to be a nice guy who leads by example. That's a good point. Michael Jordan is an asshole, or was an asshole. Kawhi Leonard barely opens up his mouth. He opens up his mouth, but he doesn't talk. You notice Kawhi Leonard walks around and breathes through his damn mouth? You says Kawhi's jump shot is very limited. I will say this. Michael Jordan's jump shot wasn't the greatest thing ever. I think Michael Jordan's jump shot got better over his career as well. You remember at the end of Jordan's career when he had lost a step as far as athleticism, remember he had that little fadeaway jumper that he was employing at the end of his career? So, I mean, we have revisionist history. Like, I don't think that anybody was giving Michael Jordan no jump shooter awards like his first couple of years in the league. I think he worked at his game every summer and he got better. And just like the numbers I talked about earlier that they showed last night with Kawhi Leonard's numbers, his scoring, has improved every year since he's been in the league. to this year, we was damn near averaging 30 points a game. So I don't know about that. Athletically, yeah, Jordan probably, there's no probably about it. Jordan probably, was a much better athlete. Kawhi Leonard ain't no scrub athlete. He ain't no Jordan athlete, but he ain't no scrub athlete. But those are pretty good comparisons, though. From Tiffany Speed and Heels again, 1991, when Ninjas, I just read that. From Loose Neck Drew the Man's Side, we had a store called Soul Train Fashion. We wore Jabbar jeans and Ralph Lauren polo shirts and Alessi shoes. I remember Alessi. From KC, Merry-Go-Round, and Chess King. Chess King! The great Chess King! Well, KC says Merry-Go-Round and Chess King were the college clothes shopping spots in 1991. That was the other one I couldn't think of off the tip of my tongue. It was Chess King. All of them stores are out of business. When's the last time you seen a merry-go-round? If your mall still got a merry-go-round, a Chess King, or a Fines men's store, your mall is old. And outdated. Yeah, your mall doesn't have the new stores. Malls have moved on from them stores for a long, long time. Like, if your mall still got them stores in it, your mall probably still got a record store as well. Yeah. Yes, sir, the great Chess King. The great Chess King. Yeah, the great Chess King. Wow. Ooh. See, that's what I love about the Doug Stewart Show. This is why this show is a movement, because we take you back. We take you back. Oh, man, we take you back. All right, when we get back from the break, a little entertainment conversation, birthdays, entertainment story or two, and we'll continue to do what we do. I want to talk about Tony Romo. He's at it again, kind of, sort of. And Floyd Mayweather. Floyd trying to sell his fight. Floyd knows what the hell he's doing. I'll explain later. Don't go away. Back in 3 minutes, the Doug Stewart Show.
My aura's too hot.
It's the nail in the coffin. You'll hear my voice and often. Still trying to see world like dolphins. Watch my smoke, got them coughing. Yes, fam, like damn colors in the X-Men. Got Charlie.
Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful dreamers, wake up and see. Oh, you're a slave in this dream world, thinking you're free. Oh, how long will you slumber while niggas die in these streets? Beautiful dreamers, wake up from this nightmare. You're so unaware of the lions, leopards, and bears. Listen up for prayer for our children, let's pray for our children that's dying out there. Who fathers in prison and mothers addicted to clubbing in hell. Wake up, my people, as you see what's going on. You beautiful dreamers, wake up from your sleep. You've been asleep for way too long. Wake up from this matrix made to enslave us, learn how to hate it. Teachers, please teach us. Leaders, please lead us. This world, it needs you. Your beautiful dream, beautiful